Hello everybody, I'm back again. So I decided I was going to go ahead and do the predictions video for Season 2 the same day that I did the review for Episode 6. So this is going to be Fear the Walking Dead Season 2 predictions. I'm going to go ahead and start off with a question that Rolia Rain asked me in a comment in my review video. She stated, "Oh my god, love this episode. I can't wait for the next week's The Walking Dead comes back, but I'm going to miss Fear the Walking Dead. Do you think we'll see Tobias again in Season 2 or sometime later in the series?" She then went on ahead and asked, "Do you watch American Horror Story? If so, are you going to do reviews on that series?" I'm going to go ahead and cover the Tobias question right now. Yes, I think we will see Tobias again in the in the Talking Dead after show. They covered Tobias a little bit by saying that if you didn't see him die on the screen, he isn't dead yet. So I think that he will be seen again in Season 2, and we'll probably see him when they're trying to find a boat to get out to Strand's yacht. If we don't see him there, then there's a possibility that we'll see him on one of the islands that they go to. That's if they reach the yacht. As to cover our other question, unfortunately I don't watch American Horror Story at the moment, but I may at some point in time in the future, and if I do that, then I'll go ahead and do some reviews on that. Now I'm going to go ahead and start doing my other predictions that I think might actually happen, and I'm going to cover this in two different ways. I'm going to cover if they get to the ship, and then also I'm going to cover on what I think if they actually don't get to the ship, and just what I think in general. So if they actually reach the ship, and that's if they get from where they are to find a small boat to get out to Strand's ship, they actually get there and nothing happened on his ship, there's a couple of different possibilities I think that they're actually going to go for. Hawaii, I think, is out. I think that's going to be way too far, and I think Strand is going to say that that place is way too populated and things have already happened there. I think he's going to avoid high population areas as best as he can, and he's going to suggest that to everyone else. Now, I think that there is an island that is southwest of Los Angeles. It is called Catalina Island. I think that may be someplace where they'd be willing to go. Yeah, there is a casino on the island from what I've heard, and they do have a conservatory there. They also have harbor, they have fishing there. They do a lot of different things like that on Catalina Island. So that would be a possibility. I think one place they would go to try to get away from the mass zombie apocalypse that's going on. If they don't go there, I think they might actually head north. And I think one of their destinations in the end might be Alcatraz in San Francisco. The reason being is it's on its own island. Yeah, they say that it was extremely hard to get to, and it's extremely hard to get out of there with the freezing cold water and everything, and we're not sure that zombies really do swim. But I think on that one, if they do go there, they are going to run into other survivors that are currently on the island, and they're going to have to either join, they're either all going to have to join together, or there may be some sort of a fight or shootout, and either the people that are there will die, or they'll have to, they'll leave, or our survivors that we've been watching might have to leave and not go back there. I think that's a real possibility as well, is the fact of going to Alcatraz due to, like I said, that remote location. Now, if they don't get to Strand's ship for whatever reason, then I think there's a couple of different possibilities. One, them going back to their original plan of going east into the desert. And they seem to keep going back to that plan again and again and again. And I think that if they did that, they wouldn't go for major cities like Phoenix, or they wouldn't go for like Lake Havasu or Las Vegas. All those places, high population, high density places, where there's going to be a lot of zombies, a lot of walkers, or whatever they're going to call them in the series. I think they might actually go for smaller places, kind of like Yuma, where it is in the desert, it's close to Mexico. They can go ahead and kind of try to get across the border, maybe come back in. Another place that they might try to go, if they actually start heading east, would be a military fort called Fort Huachuca. It's in southern it's in the southern part of Arizona, so they might try to go there. And ultimately they may end up, if they take that route, in Tombstone, which they might find other survivors. They might actually have find it kind of interesting if they would have their own type of OK Corral shootout. dealing with two different survivor groups, and maybe even, you know, add zombies into the entire mix of the fight. Now, the other destination I think they still might go if they didn't get to the ship but were on land. Once again, I'm going to state San Francisco, Alcatraz. Once again, the reason being it's a remote location. Well, it's its own little location on an island. Once again, going back to the first reasons why. Now, throughout this entire thing on the Talking Dead after show, which I did watch afterwards, one of the producers stated that the military is actually going to still be an issue for them in the next season. So they're still going to be the bad guys. So they might actually run into them. The military might try to kill them. They might try to take them in and try to make them not really be subservient, but make them do what they want them to. It could also be, you know, military holdouts that are still clinging on to what they can, and they have people that they're watching over, or whatever the case may be. But the military, once again, as they state, is still going to be an issue for them. They're not completely gone. They're not eradicated as of yet. The other thing I'm going to cover is the time frame. What exactly is going to be the time frame between the ending of episode 6 and the beginning of season 2. I really don't think it's going to be that long. I think maybe at most, maybe 2 days. I think that they're going to pick up pretty much right after they left off from the death of Liza, and they're going to try to just kind of continue and try to go towards the ship. And part of it, once again, they kind of discussed in the Talking Dead after show, is that part of the issue is getting to his ship. That they're going to have an issue trying to get there. They're going to have to go through. They're going to have to try go through some things, and that's, like I said, if they actually get to it. I think that at the same point in time is where they're going to run into the survivor from the Flight 462 webisodes that they started airing, and I'm going to go ahead and cover the Flight 462 in a different video. So I'll start doing that throughout the entire time that it comes out. Now, like I said, they're going to run into that person. They might even, like I said, run into Tobias, which I kind of hope they do. And I'm kind of curious as to if his mom actually made it back, if he's with his uncle, or what's going on, or has he actually been captured by the military and is in a different military location that they're holding on to him, and he's been trying to get out, or whatever the case may be. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this predictions video. My next video that I'm going to do is a review on the entirety of Season 1 for Fear the Walking Dead, and I'll also be doing the first review for the Flight 462 webisode. So with that, thank you for watching. If you like it, please click like. Please subscribe to my channel. Please write your comments down below and let me know what you think is going to happen in Season 2 and where you think things are going to go. And also, if you like my video, tell me what you like. So with that, if I do actually start getting more questions like I got from Rolia Rain, I will actually create a video for questions, for a Q&A. So please submit your questions. I'll go ahead and answer what I can. Alright, so thank you once again. See y'all later. Have a good day.